At Grist, I'm really interested in covering climate change from the perspective of language and culture. And as part of that, I've been tracking new words that emerge, words that we use to talk about climate change and how they're changing. And so I first came across green hushing last year. I'd never heard it before. And I was just wondering, why has this changed? Why has this shifted? Why aren't companies talking about their climate promises? Yeah, so green hushing is a play on greenwashing, and this is just a really big shift from what we saw a few years ago when corporate climate promises were in headlines and really splashy and everywhere. Oh, I'd also add that 70% of companies, climate conscious companies around the world, are green hushing. It's really prevalent right now. Most companies that were surveyed said was that this was the result of new regulations that they were seeing. And these regulations are meant to combat greenwashing. So they're meant to, make sure companies can't make false claims. The problem is that companies are kind of scared. They're a little bit uncertain about these new regulations. And that's making companies that want to be honest a little bit hesitant to talk about their climate goals in kind of the more open way that they used to, afraid of lawsuits, of public scrutiny, and things like that. Actually, the United States was one of the countries where companies were least likely to be green hushing. So, and part of that reason is just because there aren't as many regulations in the United States yet around what companies can say in terms of environmental claims. But I think those changes are coming. And right now we're seeing them mainly in Europe and, in France, which has a really strict law against greenwashing. There was actually the most companies that were green hushing